recording. We fucking recording. We're good to go. Okay. All right. I'm making this video today to talk about the new UFC gloves. UFC just finished up their YouTube live presentation of the new gloves, and what the fuck is that? Like, just look at this picture. Like it looks so stiff around the knuckles still. I was watching them the entire time during the let me see if I can pull up the entire time during the fucking presentation. I'm sorry, I just woke up too, so like my brain is everywhere right now. Where the hell live
working with the best designers and
okay, yeah, bullshit.
Cool feature of the
Shut up. It was only 30 minutes. Look at them. They're standing up stiff right now. I don't know, like, yes, they may have an extra area for them to bend around the wrist, but it does, like, that's not the problem. The problem is eye pokes, and to, prevent eye pokes potentially, because it's gonna happen. It's kind of a natural thing for fighters to kind of keep their hands open. That's kind of a thing. Like, we've seen people like John Jones, say what you will about it. He does that kind of stuff. He'll kind of put his palm out and he'll move backwards. To get, at distance, range, whatever. And so it happens naturally sometimes. But if you have a glove that has a natural curve, like Trevor Whitman's, I fucking swear to God. Where is it? Where is it? Show it to me, you son of a bitch. Okay, these are Trevor Whitman's MMA gloves. See? Look, this is, say what you will about fucking Joe Rogan. Look at that. It has a natural curve. It doesn't look like he's trying to close his fist. That is the problem. Having an open fucking palm, whereas these sons of bitches, these motherfuckers are flat. They're just straight the fuck up. They don't understand. And like, yeah, okay, they changed the type of foam. It's not a crazy quality increase. It's like, what is it, something impact foam that they're using now. It's not the craziest quality increase. And the fact that they cut down the official weight, the size of the glove. Do they have stats anywhere, like how much these fuckers weigh? Because they decreased it. 3 Elite. And also, they look the exact same. It's not... Oh my god. Oh, I love the UFC, but fuck, they're idiots. If you're going to make these changes, if you're going to make these super, super big, like... And again, I don't care what anybody says, as much of a cliche as like the Joe Rogan shit is, Trevor Whitman, his company Onyx, I'm pulling them up. His company Onyx makes the best gloves. Really just fight gear out there. Like, it's expensive, sure. But if you can afford them, like the dude's made them himself. And he's a coach. Like, it's not like you're buying some fucking half-assed. It looks like knight armor, which is fucking hilarious, but I don't understand how they can keep rolling out the same garbage. And like, when was the last? I don't know when the last glove update was, or the last like glove innovation was, but it didn't do anything. It's like the same shit over and over again. It's not beneficial to the fighters. At the end of the day, these are essentially baseball bats that they're hitting each other with. Like that these are weapons against them. It's not like, oh, we're innovating this to hit an object that's a part, like a ball or something like that, that's a part of the sport. They are hitting each other. This is a high impact sport, and the more protection you can have, obviously with like, there's like looks, the way the gloves look, and then there's the protection side of things. And it's kind of, they just want the gloves to look simple and sleek, and I get that, but like, it doesn't have to be like that. Like, it really, like, these gloves look like old school, was it Taekwondo, or like, I don't know, they look like old school martial arts gloves. Like when I took like judo and stuff back in the day, we had these big old like, oh god, I don't even know what they're called. Uh, marsh arts. Did I see gloves? No, I didn't. Gloves. Bulky. No, it Doesn't look like any of those. No, doesn't look like that. Um, it had like the individual fingers still, but it looked like a I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what they're called, but they're like super old school, and they have the individual fingers, and they were kind of like MMA gloves, but just bigger. It felt like a hybrid between like MMA gloves and boxing gloves. No, not the turtlebacks, not the 7 ounces, but they looked similar to this. This is almost like a throwback to old school boxing or like old school martial arts gloves, and that's cool. Like that's fine, but like again, I can't keep reiterating fighter protection and fighter safety. Like this is a sport about entertainment. Why are we not trying to preserve the fighters more? Why are we giving them shitty equipment to just beat the fuck out of each other with? Because if you get fights like Gaethje versus Holloway, where they're going to be killing each other, and then Poirier versus all these like mega fights, Pereira versus Hill, which is still slept on, I don't know why, but whatever. You get these massive fights where they're going to fucking kill each other, they're going for blood, they're going for each other's throats, and you're to give them these like shitty fucking Walmart quality foam like gloves that don't do shit. Like, of course it's going to be bloody and brutal because they're actually like getting way more hurt. And yes, there wouldn't be that much of a a change in the sense that there's still going to be crazy wars with these kinds of gloves. But the fact still remains that they are doing more to protect the fighters. The effort is a big deal. And dude, I don't know. Like I don't understand why they never did anything with Whitman. The behind closed doors shit I understand, but I'm just like I'm sitting here and I'm like, what the fuck are they thinking? Because this dude obviously has the answers. Obviously, it is just easy for him, and I don't know why they aren't taking advantage of that. I'm gonna move this over here too. Um, it's so confusing to me. Like again, as much of a cliche or like as cheesy as it is using Joe Rogan as an example. I personally like Joe Rogan for his like MMA takes, but whatever. Um, the guy has been practicing martial arts for a very long time. He knows what he's talking about. He knows what he's feeling. He still is involved in the sense that he's training, and it's still part of his life. So if you like, I don't understand. That scared the shit out of me. My chair just squeaked. But why not just listen to him? Like he's not gonna lead you astray. He's not the kind of guy that's like. Yeah, I don't understand. This makes no sense to me. Trevor Whitman seems like an easy guy to do business with. Same with Gaethje. I feel like it's all about like the UFC name and having their name attached to everything. And like if it's done by somebody else, we don't want anything to do with it because it's not us doing it. Swallow your if that is the case, swallow your fucking pride and implement this. It's so confusing to me. Like I just I can't I cannot get over these fucking gloves, dude. Like they're just sheets of foam wrapped in pleather. It's not even real leather. I've felt these fucking things. Well, fuck. Okay, I felt these. I haven't felt the new ones. Let me adjust the camera real quick too. I haven't felt the new gloves. I've felt the old gloves, and it's not even that high quality of leather. It's really like a pleather. And again, they're going to be slinging these back and fucking forth at each other. I don't, and also like, ooh, pretty colors, cool. I don't give a fuck about the colors. I don't care. Like it just literally does not matter to me at all. Like quality, get your quality down, and then go for aesthetics. I don't. It's just so baffling to me how these can be so like cheaply made. When okay, here's another thing too. They Dana White on a whim just announced the $300,000 bonuses for UFC 300, which makes sense. That's fine. Treat your fighters well. They're on the biggest card of all time. Whatever. So if he's just able to do it like that, why can't he just be like, okay, yeah, better gloves, let's do it like that? Why can't he just make his mind up about that kind of shit? And instead, they are delivering these just bags of shit. I'm moving this back. It's so irritated right now. You have no idea. Like I don't like And they're sitting there talking about knockout percentages, IPO percentages, the numbers, and all that stuff. Like, okay, the statistics are there. Good for you. You recognize that. But I don't give a fuck about numbers. If there's 36 eye pokes on average a year, and each eye poke is like they take 50 seconds, blah blah blah, whatever the fuck it was. It was like one every 18 minutes, or what was the stat? I don't remember what he said, but you have those statistics. All you have to do, instead of trying to lower the numbers and work with the numbers, get rid of the numbers. Implement a glove that's going to fucking make that zero or as close to it as possible. And that's Trevor fucking Whitman's. Oh my god, it's so infuriating. How can you have one of the biggest, like, the fastest growing sport, one of the biggest companies, or the biggest company in within that sport, um, promotions in that, I'm so flustered. How can you have one of the most rapid growing sports and the biggest company within that sport, not company, promotion within that sport, having the shittiest fucking gloves? Okay, good. You have the Ultimate Fighter glove. You have a regular UFC glove. I'm assuming the gold is for champions. DW Dana White contender. Oh my God, Dana White's contender series, and then the red one was for like what was on the road with Dana White or some shit like that. I don't give a shit about them trying to promote certain things with the gloves. Dana White's said it contender series, that's them trying to promote it. The Ultimate Fighter, that's them trying to promote it. And that's like for the show. I get it. Work on quality first. There have been, as far as I can tell, from what I've seen in these gloves, because the demonstrations were disgustingly bad, they are not much different, if at all. Like, let's watch a little bit.
And the contour features that will mold to the athlete's knuckles and their hand more adequately. Through to new technologies like I mentioned, V-chain, and we're putting chips into the.
Okay, here's the thing. I'm gonna reference Trevor Whitman's gloves a lot during this, so bear with me, as cringy as that is. The foam molding to your hand isn't the issue, motherfucker. It is the fact that your hand does this. God, I don't want to go get them right now. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go get them. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have two different types of MMA gloves that I use. These first ones these are both not very high quality. They are they Brace Master? Wrist Brace Master? Miss Braster? I don't remember. 30, 40 bucks on Amazon, nothing crazy. These are the older ones. So these are not the best in the sense that they stand up, but they have this little area where it can bend. See right there? Bends at the wrist. And when I put it on, and I'm assuming that they're kind of what they're fucking banking off of. Oh, I got more room to bend the wrist. It's the safety thing. I'm so fucking. So these fuckers. See that? There's not really the craziest natural curve, but it's better than that. It's way better. And like the foam quality is not the best. It's like it's a stiff foam. Your hand doesn't really like mold to it that well. When you have the wraps underneath, it definitely is tight. But it's easier to kind of cup your hands like this. So like when you're throwing shots, you can like, full fucking fist. It's whatever. Oh wait, there's the brand right there. Bracemaster. Um Here is the I never like confirmed this, but these are like the new and improved version of these. These are like the OGs that I've had for like fuck, like nine years maybe. I don't remember. So you got more palm coverage. It's got this stuff right here, and there's more of a natural curve. You see that? See how it's more of an angle? That is what's going to prevent your fucking eye pokes. Because since it's already curved, watch how much effort it takes for me to make a full fist. That, like to make a flat hand, I still can. There's a little bit of room, but that's where the wraps come in. When you have your hands wrapped, it's flush. It feels nice. The foam quality, say what you will, not the best. This is very much so a pleather. It's not a good leather. But the maneuverability, I don't have many issues. As dense as it looks, I don't have many issues with the grappling aspect of things. Like when I'm in top control and I'm trying to like or I don't know, when I'm going for a Darce choke, I can get everything through the holes fairly well. Or if I'm going for a rear naked choke, it's like it's fairly easy to maneuver still. And I'm sure that's a big thing that they're looking at too. Like, oh, we want to make sure the fighters are able to get to these, through these grappling transitions and these grappling exchanges and all that easier. That makes sense, but there's fucking ways to do that. I'm not saying use these. They're not. No, they're not. These are not nearly the quality of those. I can already fucking tell. But the fact remains that there's a natural curve in these gloves. Look at it. It's not like it's very dense. The foam isn't like this technologically fucking science-based foam. It's just fucking foam. But I'm not gonna be poking anybody in the eyes because like if I'm doing like a Muay Thai kind of stance, my hands already like halfway closed, and like I have kind of a boxing approach to things, so I keep like the inside of my palms facing each other, and and if I'm like at range, I'll kind of go with like a weird like kind of like karate taekwondo stance. I have a weird style. It's not super conducive to being successful, but I get my hands kind of low like this, and then when it's time to like kind of get in the pocket and we're doing like short exchanges and stuff, that's when I'm doing like this kind of stuff. And like my hands already almost a full fist. It's boop, good full fist, and it's even easier with the wraps because you've got more to grab onto. I don't. It makes no sense. UFC, please get better fucking gloves. I don't care how pretty they are. I don't care what you're trying to promote with them. Dana White Contender Series, on the road, or looking for a fight, whatever the fuck the red ones are for. The Ultimate Fighter. I love watching the Ultimate Fighter. I really like it. I think it's cool that you guys have the Ultimate Fighter gloves. That's fine. That's not the issue. The issue is you are not, I repeat, not upgrading the quality of the gloves. Like, okay, you have a different foam. It's a different type of foam. It's not a quality increase. It's like, hey, I drive a fucking Honda Accord. Now I'm switching to a Hyundai Accent. It's just a different car. Hyundai's not nearly. You get what I mean? I'm just going from one sedan to another. I don't. It's so confusing to me how you can have this like multi. What is the UFC worth? Let's Google that. I want to say multi-billion dollar. $12 billion. You have a multi-billion dollar company that's shelling out pieces of plastic and foam for their athletes, professional, top of the food chain athletes, to wear to beat the brakes off of each other with. What the fuck is wrong with you?